Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today we are checking out the SITIVIEN ST999 for the first time. Let's get into it. Now, this is one I've been wanting to try for a long time because I personally love the look of this. This is a knife that I can look and see that this is a very useful design, or has the possibilities to be a useful design. Beautiful drop point blade, titanium scales with a steel inset liner, so it has a separate lock bar screwed in to the titanium that is a steel liner. And it looks a little thin right there, but it's actually thicker than it looks. It's just there's little chamfers on the liner. Now, the blade has fuller deployment and a front flipper, a titanium mill back spacer that also has a lanyard pin nice and hidden in the back, perfect way to do it, and a titanium pocket clip. Now, let's talk about this action, which the reverse flick is amazing. Not only does it have a great detent, and the fuller is nice and sharp so it catches you, but it has a nice sound to it too. Listen to this. That's a nice sound, right? Very nice sound. Sounds really good. Acoustics are amazing. Ergonomics are really good. Great ergonomics. I could bear down on it. I can turn it around and cut backwards. I could do pinch grips. It's a nice, very nice ergos. Now, the blade is nice and stonewashed, which I like, in S35VN blade steel. Now, I think that's awesome because it's arguably better than them doing the M390. I'm going to pull up another one that I really like. So this SITIVIEN is probably the best SITIVIEN I've tried. It is a titanium frame lock, and it is just ridiculously smooth, amazing flipping action, but it's an M390 steel, the ST994. Now, this knife, I kind of wish it was a titanium frame lock. We'll go more into that here in a minute, but because it hits that one so well. Anyways, so this one's S35VN, that one's M390, but S35VN is easier for companies, especially production companies, to heat treat properly and consistently. You can also use this one left-handed, no problem. Now let's talk about the thumb flick and the top flipper. Thumb flick, again, works great. This S35VN blade snaps out there nice and hard. Like I said, the fuller's nice and catchy. Then you have the top flipper, which works. It does work, and it works okay. It works pretty good. I'm just not a fan of the way they did the jimping. So they did the jimping not sharp enough and not enough. They literally fumbled the bag on the jimping because the top of it is round. So you slip off of it sometimes. Now, yeah, you can get it. And yes, it's pretty easy. I don't want to make it seem like it's hard or anything. But it could be way better with better jimping. That's all I'm saying. But the reverse flick takes it over the top anyway. So, you know, the front flipper is kind of a second thought anyways. The clip is a little bit tight up in this portion. Not as bad as this one. This one's really tight up there. But this one, you know, it's a little bit tight, but it's not too bad. You can slip it in and out pretty good. Centering's perfect. Lockup is rock solid. Lots of great things about it. But I have a couple complaints. So one, the liner lock access. Now, it's not horrifying. I don't want to make it sound like it is because it looks like it's horrifying. It looks seriously bad. And that was the one reason why I didn't go after this right away, because I looked at it and I was like, man, that looks like it's going to be painful. But there's actually a little part right there machined out for you to kind of creep your thumb in there and kind of wedge it in there and get it. And it does work just fine, and it's okay. But it'd be way better if they just knocked this whole thing back and allowed me just to come right from the side instead of wedging my finger in there. So I prefer it to be a little bit bigger. Like I said, it's not as bad as I would have thought it was going to be. You get used to it really quick, and it's not bad. But I just, you know, it could be better. Now, the one problem is right where they put that chamfer, see my thumb how it's cut? It's because when you go like this, it comes down and wham, hits you right there on the edge. So you want to kind of let it just go like this and then move your finger, because it will cut you on the way down, which is not a good thing. And if they would have just cut this back a little bit more, it'd be, you could just come right from the side and guess what? It's going to hit your nail. But in this case, you have to wedge it up in there, which is going to hit your skin. So they fumbled the bag on that. Now, this is my next bad thing. Obviously, I said the jimping. I said the pocket clip's a little tight. T6 hardware, don't like that. But now here's the big thing. Why is this mistake there? Why? Because they're not making prototypes. They're obviously not making prototypes. And if they do, they need to fire whoever is testing your knives. Because this is ridiculous when your clip is too tight for most people's jeans, right? Now, I'm not saying this one's not okay, but this one is horrifying. It's just way too tight up in there. I can only get my pants up to like right there, and then it stops. So, and this is a great knife. Like I said, this is one of my favorite ones that they've done because it's so well done. But there's always a little miss when it comes to these premium ones. It's like there's like a checklist, right? And out of 10 categories, they'll hit six or seven that are just, they knocked it out of the park. But then the last 3 or 4, they miss completely. And it's like, why would you not have good access to the lock bar? Why would you not make it safe to drop down and hit your finger, right, without it cutting you? Obviously, you can go like this and hold it because it does have the top flipper, so you can, like, slow it down, right, which is cool, and that's the way I'll do it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just the point, like, the little details, right, the little details. Next thing, sharpen, tool, and plunge grind. You know, that could be a little bit better. I'm not going to bitch about it too much, but, you know, it could be a little bit better. You could leave me a few more sharpenings. They did put the stop pin in a good place. So, yeah, you would think that if they tested it out, they would see, okay, the jimping's a little bit slick right here. It doesn't even work. Why do we even have jimping if it's not going to work? Because, there's no traction at all. And there's only 2 of them. So, you know, does it work? Yeah, but it could be a lot better. The fuller's great. But yeah, there's just these little details that it's like, why did you fumble the bag on this? Because it has so much potential. They should do a version 2 of this. A version 2 where they fix the things that Neeves Knives said to fix. Fix the jimping, fix the lock bar access, make it to where it'll, you know, it won't drop down and cut you. Anyways, there you guys go. Just a quick look at the new 999. I like it. That's the thing. This is what sucks because I really, really like this. And I'm going to continue to enjoy it because the little things that I'm complaining about, I can get past. You know, I don't want to make it seem like I can't because I absolutely can. But damn it, would it be better if I didn't have to, right? If I could just enjoy it without even thinking about it. Anyways, there you guys go. Love you guys. Peace.